Copan, the Maya had built a complex of monuments, temples, and plazas, as well as sculptured stone pillars depicting ancient kings. The Maya were also one of the earliest ancient civilizations to create a written language.
In the last 20, 30 years, there's been a huge advance in decoding of their hieroglyphs. This is something that's happened in our generation. It's still ongoing.
Might a closer look at the Mayan stone carvings and their hieroglyphs provide proof of contact with extraterrestrials at Copan? According to ancient astronaut theorists, the answer is yes.
Some of the large statues at Copan are infinitely fascinating to me because the gear that they're wearing is very reminiscent of something technological. One of the figures has a box with tubes coming out and buttons and just very weird things. These statues look like some type of a being wearing an astronaut suit. And in my opinion, that means that we were visited by some type of extraterrestrials who were very similar in appearance to us. Because according to the ancient texts, we were created in their image.
Researchers working in Copan have also found stone sculptures called stela, which have provoked controversy since the site was discovered in 1576. And various interpretations of the carvings suggest the Maya may have had knowledge of a world far beyond their own continent.
This is one of the curious dragon sculptures here at Copan, of which there are many. In fact, these very oriental statues would look right at place in China or some other oriental country. Some archaeologists believe that there are elephants on either side of this Copan ruler. So why would there be here at Copan such Asian motifs as elephants and dragons in a place in Central America that is so far away from China and Southeast Asia? Is there some kind of extraterrestrial connection between the Mayans and the Chinese, and an origin for both that comes from the stars?
How could the early Maya of Central America have had knowledge possessed by people living in Asia, on the other side of the Pacific Ocean?
One of the basic premises of the ancient astronaut theory suggests that there was contact between ancient cultures way before we give them credit. These ancient cultures were in fact connected by flying machines. And those flying machines were usually operated by extraterrestrials. And especially in the Mayan carvings, we find many references of the gods descending from the sky in flying serpents. Now, do flying serpents actually exist? Of course not. But it is a beautiful and very poetic description of something that is rooted in technology.
Do the many strange carvings found at Copan really provide proof of contact between the Maya and otherworldly beings? And if so, might that contact have produced offspring that could also be traced to an extraterrestrial source? On the west side of the main temple at Copan stands a 63-step structure known as the Hieroglyphic Stairway. It contains more than 1,200 stones, carved with symbols that record the history of the kings of Copan.
This hieroglyphic stairway is the longest Mayan inscription in the world. It emphasizes the divine right of the 16 rulers of the Copan dynasty to rule their subjects, a power given to them by the gods.
The hieroglyphic stairway mentions the various rulers of Copan and talks about them in a semi-divine sense. So they are human, they're mortal, but they are much more than that. They are royal. They have a spirit in their blood, in Maya called a chutlel. A chutlel is in the blood and is the most powerful thing to get access to the supernatural. So a king's chutlel, when shed in a bloodletting ceremony and burned with copal incense, goes up into the heavens and takes a message to the deities, and they did things for the Maya.
Could the Maya rulers really have been the descendants of extraterrestrials, as ancient astronaut theorists believe? Perhaps conclusive evidence can be found in what is widely believed to be the most advanced celestial calendar system of ancient times.
The Mayas had the most precise calendar of all the people in antiquity, even the Babylonian, the Sumerian. They did not only observe our planetary system, they observed Orion, they observed Sirius, and all the faraway systems.
One of the things that sets the Maya apart was their ability to monitor the passage of astronomical events and to track the movements of constellations, to predict eclipses. They really developed some of this knowledge and skill to a pretty high degree.
It's remarkable. No telescopes, no metal, yet the ability to predict time and events in time in a way that was really unprecedented in the world.
But why did the Maya create such precise maps of the cosmos? According to ancient astronaut theorists, the Mayans' knowledge of the stars, in fact, came to them from the stars, brought by extraterrestrial beings.
When it comes to the ancient Maya, their creation mythology invokes these legends, which say that somewhere just south of Orion's belt is this place where life originated from and came to planet Earth 112 BC, when the ancient Mayans said the gods came to Earth.
Their teachers were the gods, and the gods were the extraterrestrials.
If beings from another star system really came to Earth in the ancient past, did they create the foundations of Mayan civilization and breed with its rulers? Might they have also visited other areas of our planet? Perhaps further evidence can be found at a desolate mountain kingdom visited by ancient priests from the East, known as the Magi. Southeastern Turkey. 7,000 feet high atop a barren mountain called Nemrut Dağ lie the ruins of the lost kingdom of Kamagani. Here, in 62 BC, a mysterious royal sanctuary was built by King Antiochus I. Colossal statues were created of lions and eagles, and Persian and Greek gods, as well as two massive sculptures of the king himself.
Now, what Antiochus was trying to do was to produce a synthesis, a new version of the old religions. And what he basically did was to take the Persian gods and put them into Greek dress. So you've got a synthesis happening of the Persian gods with their Greek equivalents.
The reason he built a colossal statue of himself among the gods was, I guess, a presumption on his part